Oh boy, that's not good. Who is it? Oh, it's Owl. Oh no. Well, hello everyone and welcome back to the Ravenwing pack where the pups just got their names and it seems we're not done with the illness yet. 6M is sick, Owl is his new name, and he's the one who survived the eagle attack not that long ago, but it appears he's not out of the woods yet. Unfortunately, we are still pretty tired, so we're gonna sleep until dawn and then we'll see how things are looking. We might want to hang out near the den for a bit to try and spend some time with him in hopes that it'll be alright. Okay, Dawn is here and oh my gosh. Well, that's not good. I guess he did get sick pretty early in the night. Okay, there is one thing we need to do. We need to woof the pups in the den. The territory's doing okay. But the big thing that we need to keep an eye on... Oh, Ton has regurgitated. No, puppies! Please go back in the den! Are you kidding me? They all went to get food. Ton, I love you, but this was not a good time. I'm glad Owl is eating, but that's actually why we want to leave. We have a carcass over here. Ton, where are you going, bud? Okay. Please come with us for a second. We need to go check the carcass. We're gonna spend as much of the day here as we can, but I want to make sure we get food before it disappears. The pups get hungry pretty darn quickly in this game, and I want to make sure that we keep them well fed because we have 7, and as we've seen if you've watched our Ultra Iron Wolf playthrough, well, hunger can be a pretty significant threat if we end up getting to that point. I'm thankful that Cassia has actually healed up all the way because she was down quite a bit when we went to bed, but yeah, that would have been not so great because we don't want to risk her getting injured. That would be some pretty bad timing for it. But that said, we should have food right over here. I do still smell it and it is still on the map, so hopefully that means nothing's chomping on it. And as long as we can get our food... Who goes there? Who goes there? Yeah, you stay out of here. Oh, Ton, leave the cougar alone, though, actually, maybe. I know I just growled at it, but... Wait. Oh, it was going right for our carcass. Hold up. No, you get... How much of this is even left? It doesn't look that full. I think it'll be full enough, though. This should at least let us feed the pups, which is the really important part. And then we're gonna take a day home and try to spend some time with Owl. Alright, we made it back. We're gonna feed these guys now. I guess there still is some food here, fortunately, from when Ton fed them earlier. But we're gonna do our best to keep an eye on them and to stay close to poor little Owl. I'm really worried. 39. Oh, you guys, that seems like a pretty bad illness. I'm definitely concerned. That's not good. That's not good. Where is it? Please go back in the den, everybody. Please go back in the den. Oh, some of them are not going in the den. Some of them are not going in the den. That's not good. Guys, if some of you guys could go back, that would be ideal. I think Owl is going to. Owl is going to, I think. Oh, goodness, I cannot see where the shadow is. I don't see it. I don't see it. Oh, thicket has fallen. Nope. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. All right. We're okay. Jet is okay. The eagle attacks in this game. Man, y'all, Unton has brought Thicket back, thankfully. Well, I suppose we can let him out in the open now, and Thicket's just running away. Goodness, that was a little too close for comfort. Also, if you haven't seen the pups' new names yet, because we kind of got interrupted before we could cover them, we have Thicket, Jet, Eventide, Owl, Finch, Sable, and Journey, in no particular order there. Thicket's about to disappear. A lot of these pups are very bold and very big wanderers. We seem to have a lot that have taken after Cassia here. And of course, these are all names you guys have submitted, so thank you to everybody who sent them in. Again, I get a lot of awesome names. I can only use a very limited number of them, so thank y'all for sending them in, and congratulations to those of you who had your names chosen for this. How is everybody doing on food? Man, we might need to feed them even one more time. There is still some food. Yeah, I think we are going to have to feed him once more, though. This is why I wanted to make sure we got some before the carcass disappeared, as it looks like it has. I bet that cougar went and ate it. Well, that's not good. I just noticed this territory has gone down a lot, so I suspect whatever wolves came out of this hex are taking it. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to go do much about it as much as Cassia wants to, because we're still staying here with Owl, and things are not looking so good. Owl's health is dropping rapidly even with us here, and I'm definitely concerned about how intense this illness seems to be. It's not a good thing. There's also eagles flying around, and I'm hoping they leave us alone after earlier. But yeah, things are not looking so good right now. And I'm going to be keeping a careful eye on what's happening down here. Also up here a little bit, but that might be more natural decay. This looks like someone's claiming over it, though. Hold up a minute. Who are you? Who are you? I see you there. What are you doing? No, what are you doing? Get out. I'm gonna grab your tail. Crevice Lake. Oh my goodness, that's... Nope, 2M. That's not the dominant female I thought it might be. Well, I'm glad I noticed you circling around there before you got closer to the den, but unfortunately, that's the only good news I have about what's been happening. We've just been here resting with the pups, but Owl's health is continuing to drop rapidly, and so is our stamina. I think I'm going to try to take a very, very short nap if I can, just to keep it up a little bit, but I'm not too hopeful right now. Well, we took our nap. I think that helped our stamina, well, our tiredness a tiny bit. Not a whole lot. Is that eagle headed for us? Hold on. Just taking precautions here. But I really don't want to have to. Oh, I don't like that. I think it's leaving. They've bothered us recently enough that I think they'll leave us alone for a bit. But I'm real worried about Owl because he's down to 2% health. It seems to be a particularly aggressive illness, and unless something fairly miraculous happens, I don't think it bodes too well for him. Oh! Wait, really? Really? At what, 2%? Oh my goodness. Well, I may have spoken too soon. With that said, we're sending the pups in the den here just in case anything shows up. Their affinity is pretty full. I've been acquiring a small stockpile of things here, but I then want to go attend to this territory that got completely unclaimed. We're going to keep the pups in there. I'm actually going to bring Ton with us so that he doesn't let them out, because... Oh no, I don't want to... Darn it. No, go back in the den. Wrong button. Are you kidding me? I'm too excited about Owl being okay. We want Ton to come with us so that he doesn't leave the pups in the open, because right now, if a bear or a cougar shows up, Owl is still very vulnerable to that. But, amazingly, he has managed to pull through. Well, there definitely are stranger wolves nearby. I'm getting quite a bit of scent from the Junction Butte pack. I'm gonna sit down and eat this hare right now. I think they're trying to take this territory we're heading into, because I smell 1M in the direct vicinity, and that would be why our... Get out! Get out! That would be why our territory has faded. Yes, you better stay out. We're gonna be marking this and reclaiming this completely if we can. It's good that we got that back up, and hopefully that gave us a little bit of a boost to it. I'm gonna ignore this one because I don't think it's actively being claimed, but this hacker, he is the reason for our problems happening down here, it would seem. I don't have time or stamina to actually kick his butt right now, as much as I think Cassia wants to, but I think she knows she needs to get back, she needs to let the pups sleep, she needs to sleep, and we'll face the next day as it comes. Alright, a new day has dawned, bringing snow apparently, but Owl at least is up to 56 health. So let's check really briefly. We do need to mark, we are definitely starting to need to mark some territory. Are there elk scents around? There's lots of carcasses. Yes, you know, I think I'm thinking the same thing. Why don't we go together, you and I, or... Sir, do you want to come with me? I think I want to go with Ton really fast. We want to do a hunt. Cassia wants to mark a lot of territory too, but I think I want to try and find the elk and see if we can find... It's wafting from below. Alright, so we run this way, we'll most likely encounter one. I'm keeping a lot of little carcasses by the den as well, just kind of, you know, for safety, just to have them there if we're ever really hungry and can't feed the pups, but that's kind of why I want to do this now, is so that, yes, I know, so that we can, so that we're able to feed the pups, and then we can come back. We can start off by marking the territory up here, doing a hunt, and then returning to feed the pups pretty much, and then I'll probably leave Ton there and go reinforce the rest of my own. So we're gonna do that. Aha, here's the elk herd. And they're pretty close by the smell of it. Are they right down here? I think so. There's a mule deer. But yes, the elk herd is right over here in this grass. So let's try to do that really quickly, try to get that finished, and then we'll have Cassia go finish marking the territory here. Oh good, they're already on the move. They must have remembered that staying put is not a smart choice with Cassia around. Now, one good thing that got changed that's really, really nice is the elk can no longer, well, and the animals in general, don't just spin around with no warning now. So like this one I think will turn if we approach her here, but you can see she does so much more slowly. It's not turn around and immediately kick you in the face. Oh great, okay, well this happened. Ouch, speed reduced. That's not fun. That's not what I like to see. Alright, I think Cassie is a little peeved now. I have to cover the whole territory like this? Are you kidding me? Alright, well we're gonna bring down this elk. We're strong enough that I don't have to worry too much about it right now. Like, our health is not down that much, but that's Cassia's first injury. So yeah, of course the big thing in this update is the injury system, and that's gonna cause a lot more difficulty. I think it's a good difficulty. I really like how the system is set up, but boy, it is definitely something we're gonna have to watch out for. And minor injuries like the one we just got kind of just will happen. You can see we were nearly full health and we just happened to get kicked for a little bit and we still got injured. What we need to mind now is that we don't let Cassia get more hurt by getting into too dangerous of a situation. So let's send Ton back to the pups. Did he eat completely? He did. So let's have you go back home. Ton, can you go back to the pups? He should be able to feed them a little bit. We'll sweep around up here, we'll stop back in, and then we'll see if we can, how much of the bottom area we can mark as well. Darn it, this is right when we need our speed. Now, the big danger with Cassia getting herself injured is that Cassia is not one to sit around and take it slow. That's just not how she rolls. She's gonna want to continue to be up and be active, and although this is a minor injury, which if today goes fairly calmly, we might be able to head home and just sleep off, she's not gonna want to stay lying down for long. Like, she'll sleep the night, but after that, she's gonna be right up and running around just like she is now, even if her injury is still there. And I think that's gonna be the big struggle with Cassia, is she's too stubborn to take it easy. I don't even know if a major injury would be able to deter her. She might decide to just power through it, but the problem is that can be very much its own hazard. If we look at the injury interface here too, you can see it. She did take a minor injury to her left foreleg, so she's probably, I don't think you limp very much at all, or if at all. I've never been able to notice it, but she definitely will be favoring that leg a little bit right now, and her speed is reduced, which actually puts her at a neutral speed right now at 0, because she gets +1 from her perks and -1 from the injury here. So she's down to 0 total speed, and that's fine. It's not as bad as it could be. It's not the worst, but it's definitely something we need to be mindful of and be watching. Now, I'm just going to bring back a meat chunk, kind of contributed to the little meat pile that we're establishing here in case anyone gets hungry. But I did want to make sure that I stopped back and fed the pups because Ton hasn't actually given them all that much food, and so I want to make sure that we give them a little bit extra here. Oh, it looks like the snow has turned to rain. It's still quite blanketing the ground here. Oh yeah, somebody's eating those. Either that or the ravens are showing up. Journey's fairly full, actually. Maybe he's fed him a little bit more. Oh, he may have, yeah. I think he's just been feeding him slowly. Okay, we'll be fine then. So we're gonna head out. We're gonna start heading this way and just see how far we can get. But I don't know. We'll see how this goes. We're gonna not cover nearly as much ground if we're slowed down. So it may not be as productive as I was hoping. All right, we have made it back. But I think after a long day of sloshing around down there in the floodwaters with a sore leg, Cassia is not in the best of moods, and she's definitely ready to get some sleep. There's a decent chance that she'll end up just sleeping off her wound here. It is a minor injury, and those typically don't last too horribly long, but I do think Cassia kind of takes the injuries just a little bit personally. Does she favor it a little bit? If we walk, does she favor it slightly? No, I think it's still normal animations. But I definitely think she can kind of take the injuries a little bit personally. Cassia she's a proud wolf, and she's a bit of a stubborn wolf, and she doesn't like to be confronted with her own mortality, I guess. She likes to feel like she's invincible. She's a young wolf in her prime, and I think because Cassia had a little bit of an interesting experience when she was younger. Her first year as a pup went okay, but it was when she was a yearling that things got a little bit crazy in her birth pack. She, of course, comes from the pack of Moonlight, and during the second year she was around, her juvenile year, her father actually had a serious incident where he ended up getting shot at the cattle ranch. Fortunately, however, he survived, but it left him with a permanent limp. And I think seeing that as a young wolf, Cassia didn't necessarily know what to do with it. I mean, he made it. He got by. He was actually able to raise all of her siblings successfully to adulthood. But I don't know if Cassia really knew how to handle it, and I think there's both some pride and some denial in that, you know, she's not exactly immune to that either. She kind of does have to be careful. She does have to realize that unexpected things happen, and, well, you can't put everything about who you are in your strength. You don't know that you're always gonna have it, and I think she could be setting herself up to learn a hard lesson about that if she ends up ever getting a major injury. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but that's definitely my concern about her and the way that she is with this update. I think she could take it a little bit hard. But with that said, I think we are going to go ahead and wrap this up here for today because it is getting to be about that time again and everyone is very, very tired. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.